Hello. Okay, so I have been absent for a few days. It is August 16th, and I got really sick. And then I was like, okay, well, I tried taking videos, but I was like, I don't want this to be my content. It's not, I don't, like, the last few days I've just been picking apart my head to figure out what kind of content I want to make. What is the purpose of this channel? And for me, I've come to the conclusion that I want this to be documentation of the work that I'm putting in. I mean, when you put in the work, you don't really see the difference. You don't really see the progress that you make. But I want to make these videos for loved ones. Well, not even for loved ones, for myself. And then share it with loved ones to just show the journey that I am going through here in my 20s. So I don't know how that's gonna look, but I guess I will figure out how to do that with time. I've also been thinking a lot about like inviting a new version of myself into my life, into this, like, how do I say this? You close one chapter, you open another, right? That's how a book works. Life is a book, and each phase of my life is a chapter, but I want it to be different this time. And I say this every time. I make very small progress towards my goals, but this time I want to be more accountable, which is why I need these videos, because it helps me go back. Like I rewatch them and I'm like, okay, have I fixed this? And then I'm like, no. So then I try a different approach and then fix that issue. And that's why I like having this here and sharing the journey with my friends, because I think that's important. We live in a world where we don't really see each other as much anymore. We have phones, so social interaction is far less than it should be in terms of physical interaction. And it's like kind of out of our control because, for example, I have a lot of friends in Calgary, a lot of friends in Ottawa, and I have a lot of friends in Toronto. I have friends in other like cities, in other countries, and it makes it so much harder to communicate with them what I'm going through. And maybe it's hard to see them as well. That's another thing. So I decided to do this to kind of document my 20s, but also to work on certain skills of mine, like being more articulate. Yeah, that's a big one that I want to bring back. I think I made a lot of progress towards that in Mali UN, but I don't know, something chaotic is happening outside. But now I don't have that experience as a resource, so I'm gonna do it a different way through these videos. And another one is being accountable to my self-development. I'm pretty good at this. Like, I've been into self-development and being a better version of myself, growth mindset, since I was a kid. But this time around, I don't want to repeat the same mistakes that I've made in the past. So that's something, like, if I make one mistake, I never want to repeat it again. I want to end that cycle by actually being more intentional, which is kind of hard because my brain, it works in a cycle. I feel like it's always working in a cycle, and I want to stop that from happening because it doesn't do me any good. I also want to eat better and take care of myself better, because I got sick because I was not sleeping well. I wasn't eating healthy food. I was not giving myself the proper amount of activity in like my daily life. Well, I was walking a lot, but on the weekends, like, I don't know, when I get sick or when I'm not sleeping well, what happens is when I really work myself to my core, what happens is that I tend to get kind of sick and my nose starts running and I get chills and I get really cold. And that's how I know I need to sleep more. This is a recent discovery because I think I've ruined my sleep schedule entirely. So I've been trying to sleep on time, protect my me time as well. And that's a lot of things to do all at once. But I think it's about creating a new lifestyle for myself. And this is a lifestyle that I want to live. I want to be okay with saying no and putting boundaries, whether it's hanging out with friends or if it's, clubs, social events. I just can't keep, like, this is unsustainable for me. I have the capacity to do a lot, but at the same time, if I want to do that, I need to put in the work on my side, and I need my me time so that I can work on myself as well. That me time should be something I view as sacred. Time for me to reflect, time for me to give my body, which works so hard for me, good rest, and time for me to just, do the things that I always put off. As a creative person, I do not get a lot of opportunities to work on those creative skills. So this is something that I want to do, this me time, this 2 hours a day, just for me, to like wind down, rest, and put into something creative, whether that's only for 5 minutes or a half an hour. I want to have hobbies, something that I dearly miss, because when I was a kid, I did a lot of that. And now I don't have time for that, nor do I have the resources, but that's a different story. I will put that time towards me, my self-development, my 2 hours. So to make this happen, like a wise woman once told me, she said, the key to good grades is no hose and 8 hours of sleep gets you good grades. She's right. But for me, no hose, 8 hours of sleep, and eating healthy, as well as walking or getting my daily movement, gets good grades. Because for me, in order to live a balanced life in a chaotic world, you need to have your non-negotiables. So getting movement every day is important. In fact, it will solve half my problems because I am deciding to get movement in. Same with eating. If I'm gonna eat, it's not just about eating more protein, it's also about eating freaking fiber. So I need to eat more fiber. I need to eat my fruits. I need to make sure that I don't feel freaking constipated all the time. Yeah, TMI, but I'm just saying, you can listen to all the gym girlies that you want and eat high fiber, but it's not gonna work if you're like backed up. Anyways, sorry, let me take a step back. There's just no filter here. I'm just saying, it's important to understand. And I want to streamline the process by preparing things ahead of time, like making overnight chia pudding or overnight oats or banana bread and muffins, so I could just like quickly grab something and go. And also, I've also realized, don't go to the gym on an empty stomach. I will make sure I eat before I go to the gym, because otherwise I'll come home and I'll literally crash. Yeah. It's just about living that routine, sticking to it, and just trusting that it's gonna work. This is what works for me. And it's also about adding structure to my daily routine by following a schedule. So that means actually less spontaneous stuff and more planning ahead. So hey, do you want to hang out on Tuesday? Sure. Put it in the calendar. Get the stuff done before you go to that hangout. That's a big one. I think I've tried everything that I possibly can, and now I've come to a conclusion of what I need to do to get the grades that I want, to have the lifestyle that I want, to be the best version of myself that I'm preventing myself from being. So I will be working on that. I do believe in balance. I do believe that, like, as an extrovert, an outgoing person, I need my social time as well. So booking that in ahead of time makes me look forward to that. Therefore, I can get all my stuff done before I go. I feel like now I'm surrounding myself with the right people and people that are teaching me things about myself that I tend to put aside because I don't have time. But in fact, these things make more time for me to enjoy my life, right? So I need to put that effort in. Another thing I don't want to let go of is dressing well, looking put together. I try not to wear sweatpants ever outside unless I'm running chores or traveling or something. But I want to take that more seriously because I want to look, dress, speak, and behave in a certain way. I don't think I need to change my personality. Like, I don't need to be this mysterious woman. I don't need to be quiet. You know, I can be myself. But when I am talking to other people, getting to know them, I want them to leave with a good impression of me just by making them feel good about themselves. I feel like over the last few years, I've developed a habit of judgment, which was never like an issue when I was growing up. But I think that just comes with the fear of meeting new people and other external factors. So I want to be more open-minded towards meeting people and giving people a chance, because otherwise you'll never know. You might miss out on such a great friendship, relationship, you know, with someone else. So there's that as well. Now, to hold myself accountable, I will be making a schedule and sticking to that schedule. No matter how difficult it feels, I will limit spontaneous activities, and I will be putting a limit on how much I go out to eat. So my non-negotiables will be on my wall. And as every day passes, I'll put a star sticker on my calendar saying that I've completed my daily tasks. Whether that's making a to-do list, whether that's getting my 10 push-ups in, whether that is drinking more water. I just need a complete, strict reset. And I think the semester that's coming up will give me that opportunity. And it'll also give me the opportunity to grow as an individual and to really maximize my productivity and my creativity and, you know, the stuff that I'm doing. For example, being an outreach coordinator. I want to maximize that. Sure, it's a school club, but I take this seriously because this could be very good for me, not personally, but also for my community, for the club, which I do deeply care about. Another one of the things that I will be doing is potentially rushing for a sorority. So if I do want to go to their events, I should be finishing my work on time. And I think this is great because I think that as you get older, you realize you cannot just be friends with a bunch of dudes. You need girlfriends. Because let's say something happens. Who do you go to? You gotta have your girlfriends. And you gotta keep them close. I think rushing will help me find like-minded individuals. So I'll try rushing. If I get in, that's great. If I don't, that's also okay. I just want to invite a new experience and be less judgmental. And I also want to make prayer a non-negotiable as well. I've been listening every day to the songs, to my playlist for devotional music. There's a certain list of things that I do there, but I think I need to bring back meditation. If I have received a mantra, I should be reciting it. Should I not be? I know I put it away, but I feel like it's drawing me back in, and I think this is a good time to do that, because if I want to be more articulate, my mind needs to be clean and clear. Everything that's going on needs to be somewhat organized. And if my mind is clear, everything else in my life will also have clarity. It will be less messy, like my room. When I'm doing great, my room looks good. When I'm all over the place, my room gets messy. It's a reflection of what's going on in here. So that's another thing that I would like to work on. And these are a lot of things, but I think if I just schedule it into my routine and I stick to it no matter what, I won't burn out because I'm giving myself me time, I'm giving myself rest, I'm giving myself good food, I'm allowing myself to social interactions, and I'm giving myself time to study. So this summer, after all the stuff that has happened in the first part of my year, I needed to re-find myself. Now that I feel like I've done that, and I've gotten a grip on my emotions, I can change my lifestyle to the way I want it to be. I self-sabotage to the point where it's like, I think I'm not worthy of a lot of things. But deep down inside, I know I work hard and that I am worthy of the things that I do want in my life. And I do think that I need to give myself more credit and appreciate my efforts more and allow myself to put myself in like positions where my effort is appreciated as well, rather than selling my soul working for someone. And that's where Naval Ravikant's like principle of having a personal minimum wage a price comes into effect. Reading that book, The Almanac of Naval Ravikant, really changed my life. And now that I have a hard copy of it, I want to like embody some more of that. I think I'm on the right path. And at 20, this sounds like, she still has more time. She hasn't she hasn't had the time to figure herself out yet. But I think I did right now for this lifestyle until I finish school. Sure, I'm going to meet more people. Sure, my circumstances are going to change. Things are going to change. But right now, in this moment, I just need this so I can allow myself to be a better student, a better head of me in general. Like I just want to be a better version of me. And I don't think that this is settling. I don't think that this is a bad thing. I think this will actually allow me to explore and see more in this world, because I am a very outgoing person. No matter how hard I will try to change my personality, it's not going to change, because that's who I am. I've looked, dressed, almost, and I guess, how would you say it? I don't know, my demeanor has been the same since I was a kid. A lot of my friends will say that. I've been the same since they met me. But I want to change that one by one. So I am trying new things, exploring new journeys, and I look forward to creating a lifestyle that I appreciate and enjoy, and that allows me to enjoy the world as well. Yeah, so that's it. That's the little update. And I can't wait for my 3rd year. So exciting. Now it is Sunday, so I'm gonna take myself out, go explore, buy some stuff, stock up for my younger brother who's coming, and just enjoy life in general. So thank you for listening, and we'll see what new stuff I do with my channel, with my little story blurb. Okay, have a good one, folks. Bye-bye.